wood, hay, stubble. All this is wood. All these are non-burnable. All these are burnable. When you put these in the fire, it just purifies them. When you put these in the fire, it just burns them. And even in the purifying works or rewards, their qualities. Gold is more expensive than silver. Silver, back then, more expensive than precious stone. Okay? Also, there are degrees of bad works. Wood is a little stronger than hay. Stubble is a little weaker than wood is a little stronger than hay, and stubble is a little less than hay. Understand? Wood is stronger than hay, and then stubble. So far, so good. So, when you and I stand before Jesus Christ, everything from here, it's going to be taken off and thrown in the fire. Let's continue. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. It shall be revealed by bingo. Okay? And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. The foundation is still going to be laid. Everything on the foundation will be taken off, thrown into the fire. Judgment. Fire in the Bible is the type of judgment. Okay? Verse 14. If any man, and the word here man does not mean male. It means mankind. Human beings. Okay? If any, somebody said, this means women are not going to be judged. No. So I have to kind of clarify that in passage. Man does not mean male only. The Greek word here means mankind. Okay. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Meaning, if the work abides, if it sustains in the fire, abides, he or she shall receive a reward based on the quality of the gold, silver, precious stone. Because when that's thrown into the fire, the only thing that's going to abide, remain, is the gold, the silver, and the precious stone. Because fire is just going to purify the gold, the silver, and the precious stone. Okay? That's verse 14. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. A gold's reward, a silver's reward, and a precious stone's reward. Okay? Verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, wood, hair, stubble, he shall suffer loss for that is burned. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. It is possible to go to heaven with no rewards, with only fire insurance. But you will suffer loss. When you hear people say, if I can just get in heaven and close the door and get behind him, I'll be happy. You have the wrong concept of heaven. There's more to heaven than just getting there.
All right.
It is more to heaven. And the people who say, if I can just get in and close the door behind me. I think I've told you the story. You in your house, you and your wife and your daughter, your children are in the house, and the house catches on fire. The house is consumed, but you get out, and you can't get back in to save your wife, and you can't get back in to save your children. Are you going to say, shoot, I got out? No. Even though you're saved, you're going to be heartbroken because you lost person who has the mindset, if I just get in, I'll be happy. You can get in, that's what the foundation will get you in. But what's going to be lost is that you would have spent your whole life and would have done nothing by appreciating the grace and the mercy and the goodness of God. Your life will be a total loss. Because the grace that saves you is the same grace that gives you the power to serve. And if you don't use it when you get to heaven, yes, you'll get to heaven, but you won't get to heaven in good shape. This foundation will get you to heaven. But in the verse this morning that the young man stopped at before he had time to go on, for by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, lest any man shall boast. For we are created for his workmanship in Christ Jesus. So, you're saved by the three things in that text: by, through, and unto. By, through, and unto. By grace, through faith, unto good works. Hey. That's the outline for 8, 9, and 10. By, through, and unto. By grace, through faith, unto good works. You are to work because you're saved. You're saved by grace alone. But the grace that saves is never alone. It produces works. You're not saved by grace and works. You're saved by grace that works. Hey. All right. I hope you got that. So, has your gift impacted the life of anybody? Because if you don't work that gift, you'll get to heaven, and everybody else will be receiving their crowns, and the Bible says we're not going to strut around in heaven with crowns, but we're going to lay our crowns at the feet of Jesus. Now, if you have nothing to lay there, what embarrassment you will have. It would be like the man who gave 1 5 talents, 1 10 talents, and 1 1. When the man came, he had turned the 5 to 10, and had reproduced every talent. And then the one he gave, he said, "You are a grievous man." So I hid mine. And the owner said, "The least you could have done is at least invested. The least you could have done." That's not a picture of salvation. That's a picture of works, rewards. What God has given you, He wants you to utilize. And when you utilize, it's like putting money into the bank. The more you deposit, the more interest you can draw. She should be the one to make me hoop in church. So if you never, listen, if you never make a deposit of good works, you'll never be able to draw any interest of a good life. Because good works and a productive life are synonymous. They mean the same thing. Just like trust and peace. You want peace in your house, you need to be able to trust one another. Trust and peace are synonymous. That's why you have to protect the trust in order to have the peace. A life that works and a life that has